Hello, welcome to Rusty Knits.
Episode 9.
I'm Rusty.
I'm Hampton. And this is our podcast.
Yes.
And if you like it, subscribe to it. Send us comments. Push notifications. But let's watch and see if you even like this one.
Well, no, just preemptively
Preemptively
like it. If that's
Right.
the right word. I
So-
use the wrong word a lot.
Hi, y'all.
Howdy.
Yeah, right. So, today we have what might end up being a rather long episode. So, grab your knitting and just sit back and listen and
We
watch.
did a
and look
lot
up.
of field trips, and this one includes a couple weekends.
Yeah, because it is the North Texas yarn crawl is going on. We got kind of a jump on it weekend before last, before it officially started, but they had some of the swag out there, so we picked it up and kind of got started on our own as it was anyway.
Actually, a few episodes ago when we started going on field trips, we were following the yarn crawl postcard.
Right.
So we, in my mind, we started following it back then, even though it just got official this last weekend. We'll show you some of
Right,
what
because
we
they're
found
having
out.
guest yarn dyers, and one of them we went to had a yarn dyer who the family also has a winery. So they had wine tasting and fabulous hand-dyed yarns for us to.
Unfortunately,
look
we
at.
had a drive, and that didn't make sense.
So we didn't drink wine because it was, where was that?
Was that you and yarn?
No, it was in McKinney Knittery.
Okay, yeah, because we went. That's not even on our list.
What?
That's another place we went.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
Well,
even
we'll
put
be-
it on here.
We'll get there and
We'll say it because I have something to say
we'll
about it.
say it because we also have some video too. So
A little bit, yeah.
yeah,
I maybe I need to put like a table of contents for the people that love the field trips. This is going to be awesome.
right.
For the people that are just kind of, I want to hear what you have to say. I want to see the knitting. Maybe look at the show notes because
notes
I will
and-
put a time of when. So if you want to skip parts of it,
Right.
although the whole thing is going to be awesome because it was really a yarn extravaganza this weekend.
Was definitely was. So after we talk about going to the different yarn stores, we'll show our recent acquisitions. Many of them from the yarn stores, of course, right? The yarn and fabric stores.
And fabric stores.
Fabric stores, too. And then we will look at works in process. Works in progress, right?
Yeah, you reverted.
I do my banking
Works in
talk.
progress.
Right. Works in progress. Okay. And then finished objects. And we'll talk about a couple of subjects. And then we'll get to comments and feedback. And there you go. That will be our episode. So let's just...
Thank you for joining us, and
dive
we will
into
see
it.
you. Oh, okay.
And we'll
I
see
was
you.
jumping to the end.
And we'll
Let's
jump
do
into
our
the
ending
end.
right now.
No, let's not. Well, you'll edit it all, so it won't really matter, will it?
So-
We can do whatever we want to do.
So we did. So I'm just going to jump right in. First, we went to You and Yarn.
You and Yarn in Farmersville.
How
And
far
that
is,
was the weekend before last.
And how far is Farmersville?
I don't really know. Maybe
At least half an hour, right?
or an hour.
I knitted a.
It was probably about 45 miles away. Something like that.
If I knew
we
how to do a
went-
map feature, an animated map like everyone does, that would be great.
We went cross country to get there. We didn't take the freeways and the highways.
Oh.
Because what we did was, I'm having a friend, my friend Amy is making me a quilt. And she calls these certain kind of quilts memory quilts because It's going to be using all my ties that I used to wear for work when I was a manager at the bank, and when I managed people, and when I did do client calls. I used to dress up. Now, this kind of shirt is my dressy days. A lot of days now, I don't see clients. I'm in the back office. I'm in a building that's very secure. You can't get to us.
We should put your vault picture up.
Oh, we could do that. From I was 22 when I...
He was 22. He likes that picture.
I like that picture.
I like that picture too.
Yeah. But now,
It's a good one.
now I don't have clients. I'm not client facing. I don't, and I'm not managing people anymore. So I wear jeans and t-shirts, and we can wear sandals. It's lovely. It's great. I love it. Yeah,
We
and
can
I
tend
hope
to
to
the cats.
retire in a few more years, so I'm not managing people ever again. Famous last words, right?
Yeah, okay.
Right. So, you and Yarn and Farmersville, and that is where I bought a little birthday present for you, because your birthday was this week.
My birthday was 9/11. I'm one of those.
Always 9/11. It was 9/11 before 9/11
Although
happened.
everyone, the year in 2001, we were planning to eat out that night, and my mom always calls, and everyone forgot it.
We all forgot it.
You and
I
for
forgot
days, my mom didn't call me, which was,
Yeah.
and I didn't even think to ask.
No.
So, and for a few years, it was like that. This year, we just get to watch the memorials, which, anyway, I don't need to talk more about it.
This year there's a whole lot more going on that, I don't know, whatever. We don't need to talk about that, because we're here to talk about yarn and fibers.
So it was my birthday.
It was your birthday.
It wasn't 9/11. It was my birthday.
It was your birthday, and I had a little gift for you that I got in Farmersville weekend before last, before the yarn crawl actually started.
And I really liked Yarn and
But
You.
it was the bag for the yarn crawl.
And Farmersville, where Yarn and You is, You and Yarn.
And you will show
You
that
and
in a
Yarn.
little bit.
Yeah. The downtown is really cute.
It
like
is.
a lot of, it just looks touristy. I don't know if it
does.
is.
But when I was a kid, Farmersville was way out in the country.
Uh-huh.
But now it's just part of the extended city
Metroplex?
sprawl. Yeah, the Metroplex. So you don't ever really know you left Dallas, or you never really realize when you get back to Dallas after you go through Farmersville, and then Wiley, and then Saxe, and then Garland, and then Dallas.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And the outskirts of Dallas, and then finally in downtown Dallas. We're back home.
And she had, the owner had a lot of good things to say about the area.
She was a
the
lot of fun.
restaurants,
She
the
was
hotels,
very
and-
informative.
Yeah.
And it was amazing that she just opened her store August the 10th. It looked like it had been there for
Yeah,
a
you'll
while.
see. It looks well lived and crafted in.
It's cool.
And,
yeah.
But she had new windows coming that we didn't get to see.
We'll be back.
Work was ongoing, and she was trying to get ready for the crawl. And lots of places we had been to them a few weeks earlier, and seeing it now, it really it bloomed.
It bloomed. Yeah, all the stores were more full.
Yeah. And Dyers. And so anyway, so we went there. We came back to DMH.
We went to DMH
Yarn and Fiber here in Dallas. And
which was on this past Friday, which was your birthday.
right.
Because we ate out. I took you out to
Okay.
eat for your favorite burgers and fries
Beck's.
at Beck's Prime, which is a Houston-based
Oh, so good.
restaurant that has one location in the DFW area. And we really, really like it. And when we were in Houston, we eat there too. It's one of those casual dining restaurants where it's upscale burgers, but I can get a good steak because I don't love burgers as much as Rusty does, but it's good. And so then we went to DMH Fiber and Yarn because it was really close by.
And got our pictures taken with Creepy Travis.
Creepy Travis. You'll have to see. We'll show that here. And with the crocheted surfboard.
Yes.
And those are, you post those pictures, and then you'll be entered in a drawing that's going on during the yarn crawl.
We still have to input the pictures. Now, where are we supposed to, like, hashtag?
Hashtag, well, DMH Fiber and Yarn. And then also hashtag North Texas.
Oh, Creepy Travis.
Oh, Creepy Travis?
I gotta check with them.
We'll check with them and we'll get that
Yeah.
done. But also it was fun because the minute we walked in the door, the Heather and Denise, Denise is the owner and Heather works there for her, but Heather is she's one of the crochet bombers too, so she's really active in the community herself. We walked in, and what did they say? We were just talking about you guys.
Oh, yeah, were your ears burning?
Were your ears burning? And why?
Someone had just been in that heard about their store through our podcast.
Yay! So thanks for watching, and thanks for going to the places
So we're actually
showing you.
making connections.
We're actually helping people find yarn stores, and we're helping yarn stores find clients. So
I don't know if they bought anything.
Yay.
It's kind of hard not to, but
yeah. Yeah,
but
because,
yeah, that was awesome to hear.
I
And
think
then,
you did.
and
so
then we
will
heard
show that.
there was other connections that we made, but shark bites.
That's if shark bites were purple, this one is shark bites right here. See how it's white and red?
Oh, now that makes sense.
Village people.
What, the station?
So bizarre to me.
No, we have a truck show, so we've got somebody who does hand-dyed yarn. So this is Shelley, this is brought from the so that's really good.
Oh, that's what these are.
Oh, yeah. I think people like Shelley would never have to
A dreidel, that's what that is.
well, let me know when, do you want to just pick it up? Okay.
I just wish that they had some crochet pads. Isn't that a pretty color? That's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a pretty color.
Yarning.
What are these?
The new stuff, yeah.
See,
It's
this is
really
for
nice.
knitting.
Yeah.
Thought it'd been there a long time. I didn't
Why
know
can't they make stuff? I don't get this where it goes. Crochet people matter. I'm so sick of all the other anyway. See, that's cute.
Put it wherever you
sweater.
want.
Feel that? Oh, it feels like silk, doesn't it? Now see, we could crochet that. Oh, sure. Because that's the size of what I did that other little sweater. This is 40% wool and 60%.
I went outside and got a stick and put a little tiny twig in her. I even turned it down. This is my mom's. So my mom put the cross, like the dude. I was like, cool. Those chibi ones. Like a restaurant. Oh, good. I gotta finish this little sweater. So here in 19 days.
Well, so they had to take it out, that they had to move chairs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Almost all the way to Farmersville.
Have fun with your day. Have fun.
And, but we like our kids went to Wiley schools and
Yes.
they're all grown up now, but we decided to stick around and we like it.
Since we were in Dallas County, we went to Garland's.
Oh, okay, that's true. Yeah,
And the
they're
bus took us there. And
Well, we moved in about a couple years ago. We're still in Wiley, but it's Plano. That's,
Yeah. That's kind of the way all the suburbs are around the city.
yeah. Like, okay, whatever.
A friend of ours, we haven't been to his house yet, but he lives in, I think he said he lives in Louisville or Carrollton. But the neighborhood he's in is surrounded by the other city.
Oh, yeah.
And so his address is one city and his taxes are another city. But you know, I know that's just the way the Metroplex has grown.
Like, why?
This feels so nice.
Super soft.
It is. I love those colors.
Thank you. And that goes with just about anything. Because there's so many different colors in it.
Yeah, I am definitely getting into the fall colors already. As soon as the pumpkin spice everything.
Oh, yes. It took me a while to figure out. I'm like, how did you do that? It took me a while.
So are these, did you dye these yarns?
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So next, after DMH, because it's right around the corner.
Just down in the
Of the
same
center.
shopping center, strip shop or whatever, is a store called SewLet'sQuiltIt. And we've been there once, but this time
We
we
didn't
went
take
in.
video last time.
We didn't, and this time we asked, and we did. And it's a great store, and we actually have been looking for some Cape facet fabrics. And the internet had said that SewLet'sQuiltIt is one of the locations in the DFW area that sells it. So we went in and we asked if we could film, and they said yes.
They thought about it,
They
and
thought
so
about
if I get an email at the last minute saying we don't approve of your channel,
But they haven't said that yet.
they haven't said it
They
yet.
haven't said that yet.
I do have a bunch of emails to go through, so
okay.
you'll either see the footage or you won't.
Right.
We can talk about it all we want,
We'll talk about it, and if we have
and
to
they
edit
have
it, we
some
will.
really cool. We might as well talk about it because
Yeah.
we'll be looking at it right now,
We're going to be looking at it, and I'm sure they're going to be fine with
and it'll
it.
give us time
Because
to talk over what.
If you're sewing and you're quilting, you might want to go. No, you do want to go check out this store too.
So yeah, it's really cute. Cute. They have lots of animals. So there's lots of sewn. I guess I was
Yeah.
going to say quilted, but
Sewn and stuffed.
animals.
That
And,
they have the patterns for it, and then you just pick out whatever fabrics you want.
Maybe all fabric stores do this, but just like in a
They were
knitting
cute,
store,
yeah.
you have the shawls and the hats
The
and
finished
socks
objects.
around, and the
Uh-huh.
pattern, and they're surrounded by the yarn that you could use, and so it was the same thing. It was cute seeing a sloth hanging on to
Yeah.
the flannel fabric it was made of.
Yeah. And they, like I said, they have Cape facet fabrics. So I didn't have any money this past weekend for fabrics, but I'm going to be going back and getting some for sure.
And now you know where to go.
And now I know where to go, and it's convenient. It's right there by DMH Fiber and Yarn.
Yeah.
Corner of
Twofer.
Beltline and Coit, right? Beltline and Coit at Preston.
Oh, that sounds right.
Preston or Spring Creek Village. So kind of in Richardson. I think of Spring Creek is in Plano, but anyway, it's not there. It's not Plano. So I
We'll
did
insert
get
it here. Or do Emma saying, or here.
right
here.
or here. It's somewhere in here. You'll see a link. And I did get some a few fat quarters and a few remnants that I'll show you here in a little bit. After we did SewLet'sQuiltIt. Oh no, that was on Friday.
Last weekend.
That was this past weekend on Friday, and then on Saturday, my manager is having a baby, and she will be going out on maternity leave starting next week. I think I think they're doing the. I think she's having the baby on the 23rd or the 24th, but she's taken off the whole week, and then, of course, we won't see her for 3 months or talk to her for 3 months. So we put together a little drive-by baby shower, and
It's the first time I've been to one of those.
yeah, well, it's the first time. Well, I've been to one of those too. I mean, I've been seeing on Facebook, if I've been seeing people going drive-by birthday parties, but it was kind of fun, and we all met up at a church parking lot nearby the house, and we all then decorated our cars. One of the women I work with had everything we needed to decorate our cars. She had it all planned out. All the balloons were blown up. All the balloons were already tied to strings, so all you had to do was tie them onto your doorknob, your door handle on your car,
Your mirrors.
and they had
Get in line.
signs made up. You just tied those onto a door handle too.
And horns to blow out the window.
Horns to blow out the window, which you hate. But I only did it
was
once.
loud. That
It was loud. They even stuck it out the window and over the top of the car, and it still was really loud.
Yeah, it scared me.
So that was fun. And then we drove around a block and then set up, because one of the women I work with went and knocked on the door because our manager Amber was expecting her. She thought she was coming over with a gift from the team, and so Amber was like, "Well, come on in." And then Brittany said, "No, you come out." And so then she saw us all driving up the street, and we drove around the block while they set up a table, and then we all parked. We all wore our masks, and we carried our gifts up and put them on the table, and then we all kind of stood back and made room, and
I stayed in the car.
Amber and her 6 or 7, I think 7-year-old daughter opened the presents. Her husband was still asleep inside when we got there. He got up in a little bit. Of course, you stayed in the car.
Of course.
And Amber said, "Where's Rusty?" I said, "Well, he's in the car." I said, he doesn't like people. I've told y'all that. And they were all
Well,
like,
and
"Oh,
it's-
yeah, of course."
It's the whole COVID thing.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
that too.
I know you're a little bit more risk, even wearing a mask and all that. But both of us going, it seems like it increases the odds.
But I didn't hug
And then there's the whole
him.
thing. I
It
don't
was
like
nice
people,
to see him.
but-
We hadn't all seen each other since March, so it was nice to see the people we hear, the voices we hear on the phone.
You have weekly meetings, phone meetings, right?
Twice a week, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we all talk to each other, and we all communicate on our instant messengers and text messages and stuff, but we don't get to see each other. So,
All of a sudden, it's the middle of the morning, say 10 or 11, and all of a sudden Hampton goes out the front door and is gone for a couple minutes. And I know they're sending him on some kind of, what do you call it?
we do a scavenger hunt once a
A
week.
scavenger hunt.
After our Friday call, we do a scavenger hunt.
I've never worked at a place that did scavenger hunts
Well, it's
during
just-
the day.
It's just something we're doing to keep team morale up.
That makes sense.
Since we can't see each
To
other,
be doing
and since we
something
can't
together.
doing something together,
and you look forward to
something
it, right?
that's not work related.
Right. It
Yeah.
does make it fun.
Yeah, Amber sends out a text as soon as our meeting's over, and she gives us 5 things, and we're supposed to find them, have them all together, and take one picture, and then text it right back.
One time it was a diving board.
Well, there
No
was
one has diving
no
boards.
one has diving boards.
And then I remembered
No
I
one-
made a
and
piece of art
Everybody
called
here
diving
in
board.
Texas has a pool. Every apartment complex has a pool. But nobody has diving boards anymore. I think they're kind of passé.
Yeah. You clocked out so that you could go.
I
look.
drove the car real quick to SMU, to Southern Methodist University, because I remembered where the pools were. I just seen them a couple of years ago outdoors between buildings, and they had high diving boards, of course, and I was going to take a picture. But I got there, and lo and behold, moved the pools now. They're no longer outdoors. They've built a new natatorium on the other side of Central Expressway. And because it's indoor and because of COVID, it was closed. You couldn't go in there, and it was no admittance to anybody.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a picture of diving board. So I don't know. Somebody won that competition. Oh, that was a department-wide competition for the diving board.
What do you mean apartment? Oh, department.
Department.
Oh.
Yeah. So it wasn't just our team. It was a scavenger hunt for the whole team. Actually, for that one, we had like 50 or something things to find. Anyway, back to our yarn crawl.
So we had the baby shower.
And then after the baby shower, since we were already in the car and in Plano, we went ahead and went up to McKinney Knittery again.
Yeah.
And we have some more footage for that. And I think you bought some more yarn there, didn't you?
No. I was feeling so good about myself when we left because I didn't buy yarn.
Oh, okay. But it was
because
fun to
I
go.
resisted, and I had already. I'm trying to buy something from everywhere.
Right.
I mean,
But
because
we
I
had
feel
just
like I'm.
bought quite a bit from there.
I feel like exactly. I had already just.
But
bought
we
yarn.
got our pin, our yarn crawl pin for the bag.
But I did see at McKinney Knittery, they did have those loop yarns that I showed you last time. I got a black one with kind of a white. It's actually a cream or a gray altered color. They come in pairs. So there's a mainly black one, and then there's a mainly tan one or gray one with black. And they say, and the one I got was called Yin. The other one is Yang, and they go together as pairs. Then they had some, and I'll be showing them, but it's like above and beyond.
Yeah.
Or this you and your little dog too, and there are a couple of phrases that go together. The one was from Wizard of Oz, and I'll see it on the video. But
right,
and that even made me want it more. And so I was like, when I ended up not getting it, because I need to have a project. I can't just be buying yarn. A lot of the yarn I'm getting ideas for putting it into the artwork and how I'm going to include, like, fall in the Japanese garden. I know exactly what I'm going to do with it, and I'm anxious to get to that piece. But
and the yarn crawl went on. It's been going on every day of the week.
Yeah.
But we work during weekdays, so we are going to go and catch the last 2 days of the yarn crawl this coming weekend. Plus I get paid Friday, so we'll see what happens then. But anyway, at McKinney Knittery, that's where we also saw that woman from Fayetteville, Texas. I never heard of Fayetteville, Texas, but now I have. And they have I think it was the Blue Ridge yarns where they hand dye them. They were gorgeous colors. And then they also had the Blue Ridge or Blue Valley. And we'll see. We'll correct it and put it
we're
up.
talking Uta yarn, right?
No, at McKinney Knittery. And they had the wine too. So it was the wine company and the yarn company that was all one company.
That one big, large display up close to the
wine.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You wanted me to see that, and I loved it. But
there were some yarns there that I
was
really
all
wanted,
obsessed with that loop yarn at the time. So
yeah, I know. So then it was the next day on Sunday, this past Sunday, that first we took a bulk of art prints that a friend of mine from the church I'm a member at, he acquired a bulk of art prints, I think he's settling his brother's estate. And so he didn't know what to do with them. He didn't want them, and he just wanted to pass them along to somebody that would use them. And I said, well, I'll post about it on Facebook and see if one of our art educator friends...
Was it all cats?
It was all cats, yeah.
Nice
four
prints. of cats.
print, 4 cats, and then multiple prints of each one that made up about 400 prints. And it is on acid-free paper. And quickly, one of our good friends who teaches at Navarro College in Ennis, Texas, again, one of the satellite cities that is just at the edge of the Metroplex now. It's not out in the country anymore. It's just you never know you left the city, basically. So we went and dropped those off, and so then we went through the country, kind of, you
So you're getting some country footage.
You're getting some country footage.
And it was a nice day.
It was a beautiful day.
It's starting to get cooler. It's still in the low 90s, high 80s.
Mid-80s.
High 80s.
High 80s.
It's hitting 90
Need
a
a
little
sweater for Texas. Brr.
What? But it's not getting that. It's in the 70s at night still, or 60s.
Yeah.
We're waiting for coolish weather.
We're waiting for coolish weather. So anyway, we made our way to Waxahachie. Back to Waxahachie, to U2 Yarn. And
I wish I was better at the names, because we met the U2 Yarn, the Dyers, mother-daughter.
Who own the store, too.
Oh, okay, that part of the store. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I think of it as in the other store.
Okay, well, right. Okay, so they're basically renting space inside.
But it's their store.
A bigger store called the Farms. It's on our video. You'll see it. The farm store, or the farmhouse, or something like that. And so they used to have, remember where you saw there was like some temporary walls with paintings on them?
Mm-hmm.
That's where they used to be set up, was on those, in that little painting area where that painter guy is now. Because that's all they started with.
Okay.
They were dyeing their yarns, and they needed some place to show them, and some place
But they're permanently there. They're not.
But now they're permanently there.
Okay. See, when we went the first time, I wasn't sure if they were just a current vendor that was there, or
no,
they've got their own store there.
They are their own store within a store there. Yes, and if that's why all the labels are named on a lot of the yarn. I mean, they have Barocco and some of the other big names, but they have the brand name called U2 Yarn throughout the store that is always there.
Oh, and Tracy from Curly Seams had said something about really liking and I'm pretty sure she's talking about U2 Yarn green and gold. There was one that was kind of mixed, and then I used a honey colored mohair mixed in with that slip stitch hat.
On that hat, yeah.
And and she couldn't find it in England. Well, I think it's here. I don't know if they ship. If she's talking about that, I know where to get some more, so I can get you a skein.
Right. In fact, I think we'd see it in this video we're looking at.
Yeah.
At the U2 Yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a possibility if you need a skein of that yarn or whatever else.
Yeah, we'll help out by forwarding it to you if they don't ship it, whatever, but they probably will ship it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, U2 Yarn.
U2 Yarn and Waxahachie.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, and then we had a nice time there. And did you get anything there? I did not.
At U2 Yarn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you did get something. So you'll be showing that in acquisitions.
Something that they do when in the spinning process, they add the little tweed nets, so they have that texture. No, you have spin it and then yes, and my mom and I.
You don't want me in it.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is fun. Yeah. I know. Oh, yeah.
So maybe there's an easier way that I haven't figured out yet.
Well, I mean, would you just get like raw paint?
Yeah.
And then just like, I typically, what I do, because to not do the modding, I mean,
I just do really small batches and I tie off every single one. And so, I mean, it's like, truly is.
Well, I've also done, I've also picked it up.
Okay.
And then I'll set it in there.
Interesting. Yeah.
I'll take it out and then do it the other way.
Yeah.
Color that.
Interesting. Interesting. I don't know processes of either it's tanked, smaller or shorter, but I try to keep it real loose and have a lot of space in the plum. No, that Susan was doing that yesterday. She was like staring at this project for forever. No, this is cool. Everybody, this is Nicole. This is one freshness. So we dyed it. No, she was here yesterday and she did a trunk show. She was just here briefly. She lives a couple hours away, but she's pretty new pattern designer. Does like the bag, that card. Yeah, that's been covered. I was watching for that. But this is the one that we dyed the less. And a bunch of everything they all bought. They were like, we want to do this one. But I actually
And then we made our way to Fort Worth by going another, this time a bigger highway.
Juju Knits.
From Waxahachie to Fort Worth to go to Juju Knits. First time we've been there, and I think they said it's the first time they've had the store open to people since March. And they just opened the store back on October 31st, I think they said, of 2019. So they opened, and with just a few months, then they had to close again. So they've been selling online, and now they're able to open their brick and mortar store back. Oh, there's one of the cats. I mean, I just saw her in the background. That was Audrey.
Little mama kitty, yep. Audrey.
Okay. So Juju Knits.
Focus.
And so
Squirrel.
We talked to the owners there because they were really nice, and we asked if we could film, and they said yes, and they were happy to meet us and happy to see us there. And they had, you had to wear your mask like at all the stores, and they were keeping the crowd number of people down. All the stores were doing that, but this one had to be really careful about it because it was a much smaller space, really.
Yeah, they were counting.
Yeah, they were counting. Lower ceilings,
and they made sure
smaller
they
rooms.
And it was really nice. They had a sink right there with soap and everything, and they said before you go in you have to wash your hands, and so we did our 20-second scrub and
yep. But this store had, and one of the reasons we wanted to go there to check it out, besides get our pin for the yarn crawl, was Round Table Yarns had a guest booth set up.
We're at 31 minutes.
Yes. And we're going to keep going. We're just still on field trips. That's why we said this is going to be a long one.
We did a lot of field trips.
Knitting. You're still knitting, right? Still with us? Juju Knits had Round Table Yarns, so we got to meet Karen.
Yeah, and I've done an finished art piece, which I will show later.
Yep.
Using her yarn.
And you ordered online, and she sent it to you, and
we've talked through email, but it was nice to actually meet her.
It was nice to actually meet her. Yeah.
So it's been a really active. We've been going everywhere.
Yeah, we have been, and it's been fun. And this coming weekend, we're gonna squeeze in as many more as we can get done.
There's a couple that I haven't been to.
Yeah.
That we haven't been to.
Right.
Okay, so let's get into acquisitions.
New acquisitions.
We should have a title for the,
well, we could.
I don't know. The good ones have taken.
With segue music.
Yeah.
We talk about that.
Elevator music.
Hi, welcome.
Hello.
Glad you're here.
Thank you.
Round Table Yarns is in the back if you'd like to go meet
Oh,
the
good.
Dyer.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
I have been talking to her email, so I'm hoping to.
She's in the back.
Excellent.
So, you and Yarn.
I got Crafting My Chaos.
Yeah.
Hand-dyed yarn. Oh, right. Don't look at us.
Don't look at us. Look at the yarn. The camera. Look at the yarn. Okay.
I don't know if that's going to do anything, but we
I think
are
you
not
should
going to
just-
worry about it.
I
if
think
the-
we should just keep going, and you can pop in pictures.
Exactly. I'll pop in pictures whenever it doesn't work.
Right.
So, this is... I have just really
It's
been
not
getting
working, so
into...
don't worry about it. Pop in a picture. Keep going.
Oh, right. Okay. I have really been getting into these stripy yarns. And does this say it's striping or it's not patterning? Oh, yeah, self-striping. And I used to always buy just monochrome yarn, you know, not variegated, no colorway. But lately, the more rich, the better. I've just been obsessed with these colors. But this one's called Fall Foliage, Self-Striping, Crafting My Chaos, hand-dyed from Georgetown, Texas. I was asking at a lot of these places.
That's down near Austin.
Where are your indie dyers? That is kind of what my focus has been.
Yeah.
Because I really want to support local people.
Yeah.
And so I'm really anxious to do so. This is more sock yarn. The artwork I'm doing is using sock fingering yarn, so it all can go into my
The
artwork.
first few didn't use fingering yarn.
Well, I wanted a couple because to do that hat. You know, if I have a specific reason, I needed a DK. Anyway.
Right.
Then this one, Turtle Pearl, Striped Turtle Toes. And these colors, I just love this kind of orange and the blue together. I don't know if it's, would you call it cornflower? Is there a blue that's called cornflower? It's just yellow.
There is. No, blue, cornflower is a blue, I think. But that, to me, that's a real turquoise color. I think the colors are looking fairly true on the screen. It's not focusing, but
nope, still not doing it.
Do a picture, but you
will.
can see on the back here it has a picture of the way that the sock
stripes
will
work out.
automatically stripe out. Yeah. Again, show it in a picture.
It's easier when I'm in front of the screen editing to think what to do.
Right, I see. Right, okay.
So this is anyway.
And then you also got what?
And this is from Texas Strong Fingering, Daisy Stitch Company. And
oh wait, you didn't get that at You and Yarn. You got
What?
Takes a Village. Looks like you got that one.
oh, that's the second one.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. So you know what? We're going to go back to this one. That was the last one that I got at You and Yarn. So so I got these two. Crafting My Chaos and Turtle Pearl.
Oh, okay. And then I got, while we were there at that store, I got you for your birthday the yarn crawl bag. Let me see. There. Oh, it's got stuff in it, so it's not hanging.
I've been
right.
using it.
Which is great. I'm glad.
And so you go around.
And you get little buttons.
And when you go to the different stores, you get buttons. Watch out for the microphone.
Oh, right.
And so, like, buying yarn had to be any more addictive.
Yeah.
It had to be turned into a game that you collect something.
Of course. Now, on one of these, like, the cotton mill yarns, this one down here, we've been there. It's in Bonham, and we're not going to be able to make it back this weekend for the buttons. So
Right. Although I did see a skein of yarn that I would have really liked.
I'm sure, but, and, you know, I'm sure I could find another teapot to buy there, too, but we're not going to make it there this weekend.
Right.
I already know that.
It's in the wrong direction.
And West 7th Wool is still not letting people in, or they're going by appointment only, one person at a time. And it was really not that far away from Juju Knits, but we didn't have an appointment, so I'm not sure we're going to try that one either.
Yeah.
But we'll probably go back up to On the Lamb in Grapevine, and we'll get that button.
Mm-hmm.
What else is
Because
on
you,
here?
and yeah,
Chick Ashby.
You were thinking about that watermelon yarn.
I wonder if that's a place. That's a Dyer, I think, or
it's
an online thing.
But
they might have been at one of the stores during the week.
Yeah, because they were at DMH, or they have that at DMH.
And Quixotic Fibers. I'm not sure where that one is.
Yeah.
But I also want to try to find the one in Louisville and Gainesville and Whitesboro and Cedar Hill. We need to go to those too, and they're not on the bag, but maybe they'll have buttons we can stick on there. Okay, so
then we went to at DMH.
DMH, you got that one there.
So you've probably seen it in the videos, but the Dyer Daisy Stitch Company fibers. I'll show this, but I bet it won't show up. And it's 80% merino, 20% nylon. But I love this. And I used to do a lot of pinks because I was doing those women's march hats, and I wanted a different pink for each hat. But anyway, I don't usually see the pink mixed with all these rusts and limes, and I can't wait to see how it knits up.
Mm-hmm.
That's called Harvest. Once again, Daisy Stitch Company, Texas Strong Fingering. And then I ended up getting, this is Chick Ashby.
There's Chick Ashby. See, it's on the bag.
They were at DMH.
So it is a Dyer. Wait, was that woman with the table set up?
No, she was her table. This was
These
different.
were on the wall. So it's a yarn they sell all the time at DMH.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they are local, obviously, because they're on our bag. But I don't know where we would have gotten a pin for.
We'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and unless DMH had them.
Well, they would have given.
They would have given us one. But okay, so this one is Apple Harvest, and I love, again, a little pink, yellow, rust, orange. It's just a salmon. I love this.
Warning: product may be addictive. Yeah.
Apple Harvest, and I'm liking it. Like lichen, like on a tree. I'm liking it.
Luckily, I have my therapist on speed dial just in case you need to visit also.
But I thought in here, I don't have any problems.
Yeah, you're addicted to this stuff.
But this kind of has some limey yellow.
Find a 12-step program for yarn.
It's not really this bright. It's a little earthier than. But anyway, I can see socks out of this and a heel out of this.
They're very mod colors.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, on the screen they look a little brighter than they do here. They're a little bit earthier.
This is 75 merino, 25 nylon. So I love these.
I love them.
I love them.
Love. Oh, and you also got
sock blockers.
Blockers.
That was a long S.
Yes.
So this is, no one's going to get excited about this.
Because y'all already have them.
Yeah, everyone that wants them has them, but I finally got sock blockers. I'm usually behind on
But
technology.
these are made in Oregon, where
Was
Rusty's
this
from.
Eugene?
I think so.
No. Oh, yeah, Eugene, Oregon.
Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah. An hour south of Salem, hour and a half, 70 miles. So now I can have perfect socks, although the first pair I put on there are bigger than this. So it didn't really help me with what I've knit so far.
Because you're making socks for our big man
I am
feet.
changing the needle size. I'll talk about that in a second. But,
Okay.
yeah, so let's quilt it.
So let's quilt it. So this is where I got some things. I'm over here. I'm here.
Yeah.
First, I get this remnant, which it was really inexpensive because it is just a remnant, but I saw this and it made me happy because it's Christmas, y'all. Oh, it's upside down. But it's just, you can see it's just Santa Claus squares. So I am just going to cut these out and then add more Christmas fabric to a border and a backing and make pillows for the living room here. For the living room here for Christmas. And it'll be fun. It'll be extra decoration. Sorry, y'all. Here I am. I'm dropping stuff. Okay. I also got this little remnant, just a really small thing, of pumpkins, because Halloween's coming and I want some more Halloween things. Because I'm not finished with the SewLet'sQuiltIt, but I did get this fabric at Joann's a couple of weeks ago that I'm going to make Rusty a project bag. It's just skulls and black roses. This pumpkin won't be enough for a lining, but this weekend I'm going to get... Oh, actually, I found something for a lining that I'm going to use that's going to be sturdier than these other bags that I've made. So I'm happy about that. You'll be seeing that coming up because I'll make it for you and it'll have a zipper. But at SewLet'sQuiltIt, I got fat squares. And so these fat squares are K-Facet. So I really liked these, and so I did get a couple of fat quarters of K-Facet. And I've now figured out I can make a bag the size of what I made with that kit bag.
The tote bag?
Yeah, and I'll get to the tote bag in a minute. But I can use 4 fat quarters, and it ends up being the same size. 4 fat quarters obviously equals about a yard of fabric, and so...
I guess that's what the quarter means.
Yeah. And then I got these two. They're just fat quarters, but here's...
let's open it a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the...
Yeah, it's okay. You can just rip through it.
I don't want to mess up your...
So this one is old cars, so it's called Havana. I guess old cars with like they've got in Havana. And then those are old radios. So I thought that was sort of,
Yeah.
Both of these together, kind of mid-century and fun. And I'll do something with it. There's the only ones I had, so I couldn't buy doubles. But because they They were on sale. So I spent about $11.
Yeah,
and
I like
got
those modern ones.
all those things. Okay, and
Yeah, and I
That's
really
what I
like those.
got.
At some point, I want to see those or look more at those national monument
yeah,
type fabrics.
yeah, they have
Or national parks.
yeah, they're larger pieces than that you could do like a wall hanging or just have a center square for a bed quilt and use just one big panel.
Yeah. But the
They had a
imagery is
number
all,
of things like
it
that.
looks like
but-
cut paper. It look cutouts. If you're used to Photoshop and filters, it's cutouts, or I think that's what it's called.
Or they also look like railroad posters from the early 20th century.
Good.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Printing, that kind of printing.
Okay, so on to what you got at U2 Yarn. Something called Mellow.
Oh, that's right. So they had a sock pattern there. So I got this. I'll show it. I got.
Oh, yeah, that sock.
Yeah, they had a sock that I have to try.
With cabling on top.
How would you describe it? Is this like walnut or some pecan
probably.
shell or something? It's real. It's looking maybe a little oranger than it is.
Yeah, it's a little bit more brown than that.
It's more brown, but it is
to our
still
eyes.
really glowing because of the highlights, and there's some greenish in there, and this is 100% merino superfine. And but out of this same Mellow, I guess that's one of their lines is Mellow.
Oh, that's right.
And right next to it was this sock, and it didn't really. I'm not sure if it had cables or if it was just a lace work. There must have been cabling in there. It was traveling.
Yeah.
But I really want to try.
It just
that
wasn't
sock.
as like thick cabling as what you've done when you did like the frame on that
right
picture of Bill.
Right. So I'm not
But
sure.
it was.
If
It
crossed.
looked like cabling. Yeah.
It might have just been yarn overs and lace work. I'll see
Right.
because I'm going to get that pattern.
Look at this video and freeze it.
I'm going to get that
analyze
pattern. It felt so nice. It
It
looked
did.
so
Felt
nice.
really, really
and this
nice.
was the same yarn, just a different color. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Like
Me
I need
too.
another sock pattern, but
I'll take all the socks you want to make me.
oh, I know.
And you'll make some for yourself too.
This is a sock addict. Did we talk about that before? He has a.
All right, I collect socks
He has
too.
an overflowing or a
But when
big
they go
drawer.
bad, I throw them out.
You can't shut the drawer. You have to like force it in because there's so many socks in there.
Well,
Oh, kitties.
I could take
It's
one
her
of your
treat
drawers
time.
back and where you got yarn in, and we could just stick it into a plastic tub, and then I'll have another sock drawer.
It's Stormy's. Here,
Well, all right.
I'll insert the
We'll
video.
pause.
So
and
this is
you can delete.
This is what we're
out.
dealing with. Hey, Stormy. No.
I'm not dealing with it.
She usually goes up here. No.
We're filming.
She's
a video.
looking for her treats. Go perform. Go up there. Oh well. No.
Filming a
Oh, and there's
video.
the balloons from the baby shower.
Oh, don't look at that mess over there. We didn't clean the sofa up
Okay,
at
we're
all.
done.
Don't do that.
We're back.
All right. Everything's got to go somewhere when we film and pick up. So
then Juju
show
knits. Juju knits.
yes, what did you get at Juju Knits?
Okay. Round Table Yarns. This is where I had
Yes.
already gotten everything from Round Table Yarns just a few weeks ago, and that's what I've been working with.
Right.
But
Through the mail, you got it shipped to
cat
you.
fight. But this one, okay. This is Merlin Deeds of Arms from Round Table Yarns. And so this will stripe with orange, brown, green, and navy and be really definite repeating stripes. But can you tell I'm kind of really addicted to these fall colors lately?
cats love these.
Oh, are you going to
That's-
give them to him?
That's what Stormy's asking for, and I see Simba down there. So keep talking, and I'll do cat treats for
okay.
a minute here. Cat treats.
Well,
Yeah.
she's in eating his food.
Well, Stormy.
I guess
I'll have them.
Stormy's like a cookie monster. She just
Oh, there
thinks.
she is. Here you go, Stormy. No, come get it down here.
See, that's what you got. You've started. You need to put them up there now. She knows how it works. Oh, good shot.
Yeah.
Now,
Oops. I missed, and who knows where that went. And that's as far as I can throw it.
okay. Well, I might have to carry on. Usually it's me that's distracted.
Right, usually.
Oh, it'll get lost. Throw it on the chair or something.
There you go.
There it is, down there. Oh, my. Okay, that's enough.
That's enough.
Simba will even be able to find those.
Simba.
Yeah, your whole routine is thrown off right now, isn't it?
Right, so we need to keep filming. Cats. Look,
Okay.
we're at 52. This is
Okay.
not getting any shorter.
This
as
is
I go
not
to.
getting any shorter.
Y'all
Yeah, we're
still
gonna have
knitting?
to-
Keep knitting.
Well, we're going to be editing. So we had a friend say last time that on our last episode, this is great, but if you cut it down to 2 to 5 minutes, it would be a hit.
Well,
We're like, what?
we'll see. We haven't talked to her
Yeah,
yet.
I am really curious what she's saying because that sounds like a trailer to me, and that
Right.
no, and that we wouldn't have any content.
Right.
However, she's a really smart lady,
Oh, yeah.
and I want to hear what she's thinking.
They posted today that they got the
Top 20.
top 20 architects in Dallas from
Yeah.
D Magazine. So
Yeah, congratulations, Stephen.
yeah, Stephen and
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Yeah.
I don't know I should know the name of their company. It probably it's not Stephen and Stephanie.
No. But anyway, congratulations
Yes.
to them.
Okay, so works in progress.
Works in progress. Okay, so I actually have one I'll throw in here real quick, but you can go ahead and do yours.
Oh, okay. I have two, so I'll do one, you do one.
Okay.
I'll do one. So I started a new piece of art, and you've seen this form plenty, but I'm doing a different pattern, and I think I'm gonna call this Thistle Preserve. I'll explain that more next week when I'm done, maybe. But so I actually am learning by covering this shape multiple times. My seam is right here. I knit these 3 kind of L shapes that are joined, except they have to be seamed together on one edge. And I learned that seam pulls the color from one side to the other because that ridge on the edge of the wood will shift it. So now I have to, I've learned to add 2 rows of the wrong color, like purple, over here. And when I seam them together, that ridge pulls it so that the purple and green split right where they need to. And I don't know if any of that made sense, but I am learning.
Right.
And
it's because there's not a pattern for this. It's not out there on Ravelry, and it's not going to be out there probably ever.
someone did ask me for a pattern.
Right.
And
we will talk about that at some point, but we're actually not going to talk about it during this episode.
Okay, because
With time.
of time. Okay.
It's going to be a bigger subject
Well, we'll
than we
save that
really have time
conversation.
for. We'll save that conversation, but let's just suffice it to say that you don't have a pattern to share for this sculpture at this time.
Well, that is fine.
I think I was a little bit more prepared than you were, so we're just going to let it go for right now.
Well, right. Okay, so we're moving
Yes.
on to your work in progress.
Actually, I've been making project bags, and I'm on to my second one. This is my third one, and So the fabric is inside out, but I'm finally going to be using these pinup girls and their station wagons and their flowers. I think this is lovely. So it's for a girlfriend of mine that I went to high school with, and she's a nurse. She was in the Army. She's a veteran, and the interior is because Chip and Aaron have been promoting those naughty bags. It gave me some ideas. So I got some fabric off Etsy that was shipped to me, and you can't see it this inside out right now because I haven't done the lining. So you'll see it when it all goes together, but it is a adult subject matter, but half the population of the world has these.
Vaginas.
There you go.
It's vaginas.
It's a vag bag. But there you go.
We can say it.
We can say we're adults. Oh, maybe you should have not had the kids in the room? I don't know.
Oh, well, we didn't we didn't say that this was child safe.
Right. Well, I haven't shown them.
Child friendly.
Really, they look abstract, so.
Yeah, I thought that they were different colored avocados.
There you go.
I thought it was about
Food.
veggies.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say anything else about that.
Let's
So you have another.
Oh yeah. So I'm working on the non-Euclidean sock, and I
Yes.
think Linda Van Buskirk is the one that mentioned, oh, there's
Mm-hmm.
non-Euclidean, and I love the math name of that. And so here's
Math
the
geek.
first one I finished, and this is a yarn that Hampton picked out. I think it was Swanky Socks Magpie.
So it was from
and so-
McKinney Knittery.
And I actually, so I'm following the pattern, and did I write down the? Oh, it's Sarah Jordan, Non-Euclidian Socks, and I might, if I did it again, which I probably will. I really like them so far. I'd probably make the rib a couple inches. They said just 1 inch, but I like a little longer rib. But I really like this heel. It's I don't know if. You've got this triangle that kind of forms. If just you make one on each side. Oh, there it kind of went into focus. You make one on each side, and it makes this triangle, and then you form this other triangle starting with just a few stitches, and you expand again or contract, whatever. You've got two triangles here, and it's really elegant the way it kind of hugs. It hugs in behind at the back of your heel here, and then just past your heel under the foot. I'm not sure what you call that area, but oh, you know what? I'm gonna try this. I think it's gonna be too big, but it might show up easier anyway.
Oh yeah, it does actually.
Kind of stretch it a little bit. So anyway, I really like this. I did have one hole in the normal spot where you finish the heel, but I did the way I always do it is I find the loosest stitch and take out the tension, so make it really long inside, and then a couple rows beyond that I can knit it with knit the stitch above with the one from below, put a little twist in it so that it will, not be spread apart at its foot. So anyway, I love these non-Euclidean socks. It's a little bit big. Aaron from Fiber Hustle is trying out socks for the first time, trying out different needle sizes, and it's a little big. This one, I actually went up a needle size. I was at a size 1 for the US 1, which is 2.25 millimeter for the last socks, and the cast on edge was just slightly tight, and I thought, oh, well, this will be better at 1.5 or 2.5 millimeters, and so that's what this is, and it fits really good. I should put a picture of me wearing it. It feels really nice, but I think next time I go back to a US 1 or 2.25 because I like just a little bit tighter, firmer fabric.
And if you notice, I do like green.
Yeah, he picked the yarn. These are his.
I like olive greens a lot, and so I don't have any socks this color, and now I will.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, now you realize that you see yarn, the perfect color.
Yeah.
You can just be really nice to me, and you might end up with a pair of socks.
If I'm really nice.
Yeah.
I'll cook you some food. I do that every day anyway.
Maybe not tonight. We're filming late again tonight.
Right. But I have an idea for dinner that we'll just get stuff out of the freezer.
Okay.
Okay.
So those non-Euclidian socks are awesome. It's taking more than 100 grams. I use 72 stitches. I have like 11 and a half size 12 US foot. So maybe it's taking up more yarn than some people would, but it's going to take me over 100 grams to knit both of these. And luckily this skein had 115.
Oh. Okay.
So I should be good, but it's going to be close.
It's going to be close.
So I'm in the middle of that. I've got the other one halfway done. So I'm avoiding second sock syndrome so far.
Right.
Because I know it's always lurking.
It's on the needles, and you've already got the what do you call it? Oh yeah, you're even further along than the last time I saw
right
it.
to beginning the heel.
Right.
7 inches down. Okay. So now we're on to finished objects. And so keeping with the sock theme,
And my other favorite color is golden yellows, or mustard yellows. And here you go.
Okay.
Wow,
I'm turning into a professional.
This is the yarn that Rusty and I both picked up at McKinney Knittery and bought several weeks ago. I picked it up and carried it around. That was the first thing I picked up, and it was like one of the last things he picked up, and we didn't realize we both got it until we were in the car, and he was like showing me what he bought, and I said, "Oh, I got that one too."
So this sock is a super simple cuff down sock. Did I put I didn't put the designer here.
But we'll show it.
We'll show it
here, somewhere.
And so I'm hoping Susanna Warner will see this because she sent me the pattern.
That's the one she sent you. Yeah. That is really comfortable, and it's really soft.
Very comfortable.
That heel makes it really soft. Doing it like that. What'd you call that?
Well, you just slip every other stitch.
Yeah.
And so it gets cushiony.
It's real cushy.
Yeah.
It's soft.
Yeah. So anyway, I love these. I love that gray with the rust and the yellow and Okay, so that's another finished object. Yay.
Yay.
Then you finished some.
I finished one. This was from the other kit, and so I think I got better at it. And it is it's a kit bag, but there it is. It's the flamingo bag with a pink floral interior and a pocket.
I like this one more than the last one.
Yeah, this one turned out better.
I liked the colors and the fabric.
So this one's just a solid pink for the pocket, with its lining also being the same floral. And then that. And my handle turned out a bit better. I didn't have to use a different fabric, but I still didn't do it quite right. But I now know how to do it. And so on this next pinup girl bag I'm doing, it will be correct. But I'm also using a canvas tape or something like that, already made thing I just have to sew on. So I did that, and then I made a little bluebonnet bag. It was the first zipper I have ever done in my whole life, so I was real proud about that. But it was my gift for Amber's baby shower. I used just 2 fat quarters that I'd gotten at SewLet'sQuiltIt to make this bag. And so now we will let Hampton and Rusty from a few days ago. This is pre-recorded, so please sit back and watch this for a few minutes, and then we'll be right back. So I have my second finished object ready. I made it yesterday after we'd gone out to a yarn store and a quilting store. And so we came back home and I got to work on this bag. First time to put a zipper in, so I'm real proud of myself for that.
Bluebonnets.
Bluebonnets. It's for one of my co-workers. We're having a drive-by baby shower today. She's due on, I think, October 1st, and she'll be leaving work to go and start maternity leave on September 23rd. So, I made a little tote bag that she can then put, you know, diapers and baby wipes. Maybe not not while it's a newborn. I know you need a much bigger baby bag, diaper bag, but later on in the spring, and that's what bluebonnets are Texas spring flowers. And you know, I just put a liner with hearts, different color, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out.
Your very first zipper.
My very first zipper ever.
I think you were a little intimidated by it.
I was. I did used to sew like 30 years ago, but
so you can check that off.
Right.
And
I'd make shirts and stuffed animals, things, and
even
quilts.
In the 80s, you didn't make anything with zipper pants?
No, because I wanted to avoid zippers. But now with this new Husqvarna machine, it's really easy. Real easy, and so I had a great time. And we watched like a 15-minute video. Was it Made Every Day by Dana, madeeveryday.com.
Yeah.
And so we watched the 15-minute video, and I said, oh, I can do that. And we came upstairs, and about 2 hours later, I had it done.
And then the same lady showed me how to make a pom-pom stuff.
Yeah, Rusty's
they're really, it's just what you would think.
Right.
You just wind it
You've
around.
made them before, but it was nice to be able to just watch it again, and it matches great with the zipper. So
I am not sure it'll make it through the wash. I know your bag would make it through the wash, but that pom-pom would probably start disintegrating.
Well, you know,
That's
it is.
okay.
It can be taken off.
Yeah.
I did just put it through the dryer to freshen up with a dryer sheet.
Okay.
So that's my second finished object, and let's see what else I've got made now. All right, thank you, Hampton and Rusty from the past.
Yes.
And now
Good
we're back
filming.
to us.
I think that was good.
Yeah, we did that
video
with your
work.
phone, but I think it turned out pretty good. And then Rusty.
And I finished a
art
piece of
piece
artwork.
number 4.
So
Yeah.
I had shown you part way,
Stripes.
and I will.
Oh, it's up there on the wall.
It's up there on the wall. This one is stripes, and it's
We
using
always
the,
like to look at them before they go away as much as we can.
using the round table yarns.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the one with the round table yarns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my next one is too.
Oh, great.
Then I'll probably go back to Lolo did it, but we'll see.
That purple and green that you were just showing us is the next one from round
Yeah.
table yarns.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I'll show a little video of this one. I'm just calling it stripes. I don't really have.
Art
I
piece
wish
number
I had
4.
incredible names for things like
You hate
like that yarn.
naming.
I hate naming
You
things.
hate naming
because
things.
I just am not wired that way. I guess with words, numbers, yeah, but not words.
Yeah.
So
All right. Those were our finished objects,
then
looks like. So now we have another topic we want to bring up. So there's a segue. Is there any music? Is there any video popping in here? Whatever.
this is where it would go.
We are talking about a new title. We've
Yeah.
had these comments from some of y'all saying,
Curly seams.
"Oh, curly seams." Were they only ones?
Um,
Say maybe you don't want to just call it Rusty Knits because
no,
it is
our
both
friends
of
have
you
said
guys.
that too. Our local Paul
yeah.
said that.
Right.
Paul thought my last name is Scrooby, Scruby,
Wait.
and
Rusty Scrooby? Wouldn't it be Roosty Scrooby? I said that
Okay.
to him on our first date, and he gave
when-
that look. Yeah.
When I was in grade school, I couldn't say ours.
Oh yeah.
I went into speech therapy. I was traumatized. Went into speech therapy,
Sorry.
and you know my given name is Roger Russell Scrooby. That is so hard for someone that cannot
That's a
say their
little
R.
child that can't
Roger
say
Russell
Rs.
Scooby. You know that. So I still think about my R's. Anyway, I forget how I got on that.
Yeah. Anyway, our friends who said, your last name's Scrooby, my last name's Berwick.
Oh yeah.
You knit, I sew.
Yeah, one said Scroob Tube.
Scroob tube, right?
But see, that's all about me, and I think it needs to be about us. That was the comment, that it would be nice, because in the very beginning, I'm instigating this, and you're not. Did we have a sewing machine then?
Yeah, we got the sewing machine right before we started the podcast.
Okay. Well, I wasn't thinking that you would be trying to knit and just be doing all
But
the
we'll
field
see.
trips. It's
Still gonna
very
keep trying.
It's very much us instead of me, and the title is me.
Right.
And so
We always do everything together. We have for 22 years now, and now that we're COVID, and even though we are going out, it just makes more sense to be together. And I enjoy going to these yarn stores, and I enjoy looking at these yarns. It's color. You're painting with this yarn. It's color that you're painting with on your sculptures.
yeah.
And I'm enjoying seeing it and feeling it and getting you to make socks for me and hats and yeah. So, it's something we can do together, and I'm enjoying doing it.
Yeah.
And then there's fabrics at a lot of these stores, and
So we need a new name.
yeah, we need a new name.
So,
So we're
if
open to
anyone has
suggestions.
Suggestions. I don't know if we need to turn it into some kind of, like, we have a giveaway.
Yes.
If to whoever
We will do that.
to whichever title we want.
We will do that. We'll have we'll pick out we'll get some skeiny yarn that we like from one of these
Yeah.
people, one of these dyers that we really like, and we will
Maybe the Uta
offer
yarn,
that-
green and gold.
as a prize. Maybe.
Yeah, whatever. People have their preferences. We'll figure out a way to match up something that they would like. We'll figure a way.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but so we are on the search for names. I would love comments of what it could be. I want to change it soon, because feel like people are getting used to our names, and I don't want to just all of a sudden change it on them.
Right. And this is our 9th episode.
Yeah, but so we should do it soon.
We should do it
But should we set a date for, like, when we will make a decision?
Yeah, let's do it in October. This is our
9th?
it's our 9th. We probably will have one more episode in September. Maybe. I don't. We
Today
should be
is
able
the
to.
16th, or?
Yeah, 2 weeks from today is
16th.
the 30th.
Yeah.
So we could still have
Maybe a month from now.
we could still have another episode in October. So yeah, another month.
We'll see if we do it. They could have almost 4 weeks before we're actually making a decision and filming.
Right, and then we could actually buy something along the way already to have ready as a prize. And
Well, then we wouldn't be matching it up with.
oh, that's true. That's true.
We can always go back to a yarn store.
Yeah. Yes, we can.
So anyway,
Especially now that
so
I know
help
where
us
they
with,
all are.
Help us with names.
With a new name for our vid
yeah,
podcast.
yeah. So, that's it.
That's it on that.
That's all the
So,
discussions, because
that's
we
all.
are going to leave one for next
We're going to
time.
save another discussion for another time. That we touched on it briefly here, but we will get to it. And we will do that later.
Okay, and so now we're moving on to
Comments and feedback. Our
Yes.
final section.
yes,
Our final section.
and we are at an hour and 14 minutes.
Well, there you go.
So
I don't think you're going to be able
Moving-
to edit too much out.
just moving on,
Moving on.
and have people noticed my cat shirt? Wardrobe department.
Wardrobe
came
came through.
through. And look at how this cat matches across the seam. It is pretty.
They did a really
for
good
a
job.
cheap shirt. This
Right.
thing really lines up.
They did. It did. So that actually was one of my acquisitions but it's from a while back. It's not just since last episode. It just that it showed up since last episode. And since you are Catman Rusty,
Yeah.
you're Cactus Rusty, you're all of that, I had to get you a cat shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I did also find a shirt. Wardrobe department found a shirt that I think will go with that entrelac hat. And I got an email today saying it's been shipped, so it should be here pretty soon.
Okay.
We'll see if it
No,
satisfies.
I'm really excited.
I know. If it doesn't go, then the hunt will still be on.
Maybe someone will want that hat.
Right.
If they name us, they get a gorgeous entrelac hat.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe so.
That's always an option.
That's always an option. Something
And
you've
it's a
already made.
joke, so don't say, no, give me a skein of yarn, please. I like knitting. I don't need a hat. I'll knit my own,
I'll
thank
knit
you.
my own. That's what you would say.
Well, I like knitting. I like coming up with my own.
So
Okay.
I bet you what prompted you to go ahead and bring up the shirt was our first comment was from Suzanne Warner.
Oh, yeah.
Susanna Warner, saying that she loved my flamingo
And
shirt
you
from
got
the last
lots of
episode.
comments on your flamingo
I
shirt.
did.
Yeah,
I did.
that was a good one. And
was a
what's
good
so
one.
interesting, so you wore that flamingo shirt, and then just a couple days later or something, I saw episode of Paul from the Knitting Bear,
Uh-huh.
and he had a flamingo shirt on.
Right.
And then the last episode of Fiber Hustle,
That we
Aaron
just watched a few
had
days
a
ago.
flamingo shirt.
Aaron
So
had a flamingo
I
shirt.
think there's
There was
some-
more the colors of what you're wearing right now, but it was lovely.
There's something
It was
going on.
great.
Yeah,
I loved
I
it.
liked it.
Mhm.
I've liked all of them there. But
Summer of flamingos.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Paul said all the cool podcasters or he had a better word for it, but yeah. So flamingo shirts are in, and Susanna liked it, and a lot of people liked it. Stephanie Kingman said hi or said hello. I don't know. This isn't literal. I've got my notes here.
From Eugene, Oregon.
Eugene, Oregon.
Right. Hope y'all are fine down there up there with the fires. I know they're close to Eugene.
We have friends in Salem, family in Salem,
Yeah.
and friends in Oregon,
In
and
Portland,
family.
and yeah.
So, I didn't say Portland, and so
We have family and friends in Portland and Salem.
yes,
Yes.
and then you've got family, and we have family in California.
Yeah. Yep. In Northern California, in Redding.
So it is really one of my friends in Portland has not been outside in weeks, except to go to the mailbox. And he was talking about he actually spent 5 minutes outside talking to a neighbor. But other than that, he's inside, and he usually walks like 5 miles a day.
Yeah. And he goes on hikes up in the mountains.
And so he's going nuts.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They're hoping maybe by Thursday it clears out some, and they're hoping for rain, but oh, what a nightmare.
Yeah, the hurricanes don't blow that way, unfortunately.
So hopefully Stephanie's okay.
Yeah.
Then I heard from Naughty Yarnies. And she started watching, and oh yeah, okay. So she has her own channel, and I have been meaning to check it out. I'll put her name on if anyone else wants to check it out. It looks like she's got more followers than us. She's been around longer, so
Right. We need to check it out.
I don't know if that indicates anything, but since we're beginners, I always kind of check out where we are in relation. And she said, you call that thing, that turned bowl that holds the yarn, you call it a yarn bowl. Oh. I don't know if she had attitude when she said it, but okay, yeah, a yarn bowl. I couldn't think of the name. Bowl. I don't know what to call this thing. And I guess it's a yarn bowl. So there, I've learned something.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to check out Naughty Yarnies. And then Leslie Murphy loves yarn shopping and looking at the luxury yarns because she can't go. She doesn't have them, or she can't. And that was one of the biggest comments, besides a flamingo shirt and people liking Stormy and the Mouse. They love the yarn shopping.
Yeah.
And so they've got a good episode this time.
Yeah, they do. You will next time, too, I'm sure.
And Leslie, yes, it is always this hot in September.
Yeah, actually, this September hasn't been quite as hot as normal. To me, it's not hot today at all. In fact, I've had sweats on all day, and I turned the AC up a bit because I got too cold in the house. But, I've known some Labor Days that we've had like 110 degrees Fahrenheit.
September I think of as still summer, even though it turns to fall. But even October, usually our state fair is mid-October.
Well, it normally starts September the like this coming weekend. The weekend the fall starts.
And there's not going to be a state fair this year. But we love the fair food. We love the Fletcher's corny dogs and the tornado fries. And we don't go for the weird, disgusting fried things. But
like fried Oreos.
That's one of the big things people go to the fair for. So they're having days where you can drive through and collect your fair food. It's just a drive-through the fair somehow.
Well, I think what it is, I don't know. We'll find out how it works, but it won't be the same.
Yeah, but
it won't be the same.
Yeah.
And it won't be the same not being able to see the car show.
Or go through the midway and hear people screaming.
Yeah, on the rides and the games.
That's so nice.
And seeing the livestock, the chickens and the sheep and the pig races and the cows and the bulls.
I bet the craft show will be online. I bet people are still entering things.
Well, they are, because I got the email for it back in April.
Look at me making this even longer.
Yeah, I know. I got the email for the craft show for entries back in April or something. So, but I hope it'll be online.
And there's always a butter sculpture.
There's always
a
huge. There is actually at a lot of state fairs, but
okay. Well,
we definitely have one in Texas, and it's huge.
I never went to state fairs except when I was a kid in Salem, but I didn't. I think of Texas State Fair, but they're having the at-home edition where you make little butter sculptures, and there's going to be a contest, and that actually sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, but it sounds like something they would do on the Great British Bake Off, or on some of those cooking shows that we also like to watch,
or the Great State Fair of Texas.
Howdy, folks!
Oh yeah, Big Tex. Our Big Tex, the big sculpture. Some armature goes up, and he has, I don't know, sail material clothes that fit him, and he's got a cowboy hat, and he booms out this huge voice.
He wears Dickies jeans and Dickies cowboy shirts. The Dickies company actually makes the clothes for him.
What does he say? Welcome to the state fair? Or
yeah, he says something like, "Howdy, folks.
Howdy, folks.
Welcome to the State Fair of Texas."
Well, a few years ago, and he's ill-shapen. He needs hips. He needs a more normal structure. So he's always been odd looking.
He needs a butt.
But he's entertaining. He's very entertaining.
Just saying.
Very photogenic.
Baby got no back.
He needs a butt. But a few years ago, he went up in flames. He started smoking, and this was it beforehand?
He was flaming.
And so then we have some friends that are artists, and a bunch of people were making cartoons and stuff about him on fire, which sounds awful, but we had fun with that.
Brian has a show this coming weekend that opens at the gallery.
Maybe we'll advertise for him and put a picture of it here.
Let's do that. Because he's featuring big text in this show.
Yeah.
That opens this Saturday at RO2 Arts.
Row 2.
Row 2.
RO2. Okay, so
Brian.
I don't know where I got to and from, but yes, it's hot in September.
It is hot in September.
Okay.
Yes.
June Plutonica. Love the cat and the mouse. And it was so cute. Yeah, I love it when that little mouse, Stormy's laying with her paws out in front of her, and that little mouse is scared, scared, and nestling into her. It's cute and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
I did try to get that mouse out. I did get another mouse out today. I saved a mouse today. I got it outside.
I think all the cats have actually gotten rid of the mice from this 100-year-old building. But now when we have mice, it's because they bring them in to show them to us.
Well, they go blocks away.
They go blocks away because they've gotten rid of them in this block.
Yeah, and I think it was...
And they have to go catch new ones, or they go get birds. And birds are really messy when they bring those in.
Oh, the feathers
get everywhere.
I've saved a couple birds.
Thank you.
A waxwing, a beautiful cedar waxwing. And I saved it. I put it out back where they couldn't get it immediately. But it's usually too late.
They've killed a dove. They've killed several things.
It's actually rarely birds, though. It's mice and rats all the time.
It is. I don't know why they don't kill those possums. Probably because the possums would kill them back.
The possums are as big or bigger than them.
Oh, and Emma or Tracy.
I think it might have been Tracy.
One of them asked if we've got snakes, if they ever bring snakes in. And they don't, because I don't think we have snakes here in downtown Dallas, but I grew up with snakes in the suburbs of Dallas and in the rest of Texas, being at my family's house and at family's
Lightning
houses.
on Rav.
And yeah, I'm glad they don't bring snakes in, because y'all would hear me in England screaming because I hate snakes. Somehow I can kind of put up with those mice, but I don't like them. But not like snakes. Oh. I won't even have snake skin boots.
Oh, we're good. Yeah. Do you even have boots?
No.
Texan without boots.
Yeah, because they hurt my feet. I've never liked them.
They're hot.
They're hot. They're hot, and I don't want to wear them.
Okay, well, you don't need to.
And I don't boot scoot, and I don't do
Alice,
that kind of dancing.
I'm moving us on.
Good.
Alice Kebner, she's from St. Louis, but when she comes, she goes to On the Lamb, so she was really happy to see.
Good. In Grapevine to visit her daughter.
We really enjoyed that, and that's where I think we're going to go back and get a pin.
Yeah.
And you might have to get that skein of yarn.
I think I probably will.
I heard something from Sarah Collette, and she wanted to make the socks that I had made last episode 8. And I answered. I gave her a pretty thorough response, and then she responded with saying, "I'm in England, not the U.S." And I'm confused by if you're asking another question, and so I'm just leaving it alone. I'm not quite. I thought I answered everything I could answer, but Sarah, if you have more questions, please ask. I'm not quite sure what you were asking. Rob DeLine.
Yeah.
So we had that thing about Burnsville, Asheville, North Carolina, and he said recommends going. I guess Asheville is a really neat place.
We need to go see Marilyn and Jim. That's who made our glasses, was Jim, and yours too.
Jim Bowman. I wish I could.
When they were next door neighbors. And he makes big glass sculptures. So like the Federal Reserve Bank here has bought one.
Show the Millefiori. Turn it some.
Show
that side.
Neiman Marcus has a number of his glass sculpture pieces. as well as stained glass windows. And Mary Lynn does fused glass windows and panels. We have one of hers built in upstairs on the stairs. But we miss them, and so we do need to go to Asheville, which is about 45 minutes away from them because they live in Burnsville, outside Burn. They live up in the mountains, so
Yeah.
and then you still need to also go to Penland School of Craft. I've always heard of that.
Yeah.
And I think we have friends that went to school there, of course.
So we might be checking it out sometime.
Yeah.
That is a place we actually might go. We don't go on lots of trips unless it relates to an art show I'm having.
Unless it has to do
or
with
a
your
yarn
business.
shop.
Right. I actually had airline tickets to go to California and just take a trip by myself this year that wasn't going to be about art, even though I was going to go see art, but it wasn't going to be because you were having an art show or we were having to deliver art or anything like that. But the trip got canceled because of COVID. I finally decided to take a trip by myself, and then I can't do it.
Yep.
Thank you, universe.
That will change. We'll get through this.
Maybe next year, but I doubt it. Maybe 2022. Okay.
Okay. And so Diana Thorpe gave us lots of great comments. She's got indoor cats. It sounds like hers are a lot easier to deal with.
Maybe because she doesn't
ours.
spoil them to death like you do.
No, she says they're fat and that they don't have the energy like ours. It can jump 6 feet and
yeah, but you actually like try to spoon feed them or something, so they will.
We have
be
the
fat.
cat that is feral. Well, James.
And y'all are going to say, Hampton, you're the one feeding them temptations.
He's wasting away.
I'm not
The
usually.
possums are fighting. They're taking away his food. He doesn't fight back.
I know.
He's getting so skinny. I can feel his
We're
bone
going to have
muscles.
to catch the possums
his bone
and carry them
vertebrae.
away.
His backbone.
We're going to have to catch them and carry them away to...
Well, I don't need to catch him.
When
I'll
we
just
go to
pick
some
him
of
up,
these
but-
yarn stores out on the outskirts of the metroplex.
Oh, the possums.
The possums, not the cats.
Yeah, I don't know if there's. I don't know where there's a safe place for them. You know, a place where they could survive. They're a family of possums, and I don't want to split them up. Although I don't think they're very social, but they're always together. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. Cats. Okay.
Cats.
Angela Louie is a new viewer. We have a number of new subscribers this
Thank y'all.
last couple weeks. And Angela...
Hope we haven't lost anybody yet. You're still knitting over there and listening and watching?
We're almost done.
We're almost done.
We could just go on forever once we get started.
I even cut a section out while we're live.
Oh, yeah, we would have been a couple hours.
Yeah, we're not
So
doing
I am
that.
glad that Angela is watching. I think she said she watched all of the episodes and is caught up now.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Kristen H. almost finished her first sweater, which is
Yay.
super exciting. I don't know if I have missed a comment that I actually might know what sweater. If I have, just tell me again, because I would love to see. I don't know how I would see it. How to exchange pictures in a format like this YouTube channel. But let me know. We'll figure it out.
Instagram.
I want to see your first sweater. And then I heard from Marsana Crochet. She's got her own channel. And I just looked right as I was making this list. Her and Naughty Yarnies are a couple that I want to check out. But Marsana Crochet, it says she's from Morocco. All the text is, I think it's Cyrillic. It looks Russian. It sounded Russian. But I need to check it out.
Russian.
Yeah.
So
at first
you still remember a few words and phrases.
Yeah, little bits. Говорите медленно, пожалуйста.
There you go.
And that covers most of what I know. So that is our episode.
Yay!
And I don't know what music I'll be inserting.
Right. That's okay.
We've started checking out our list
Yes, that
for some music. that Chip. I think it was
had
Chip. It was
suggested.
Fiber Hustle
Okay.
suggested.
Or maybe it was Aaron. So one of them.
Yeah, one of them.
We found a number of them we like, and so.
I kind of think Aaron does the.
I think so too. The
software.
edits and all the software
So
stuff.
that might have been from Aaron.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we might have new music. We might not. I have no idea.
We just have a few days to get this edited.
I'll be
and published,
figuring it out right away.
because we want to get it out there before the end of the yarn
Post-haste.
crawl. Yeah. So
Yeah, we want people to be able to see the episodes and go to the places, see places that they want to go to.
So once again, if you
I should
like,
have a script.
if you liked our episode, subscribe, hit the notification button so you'll know next time we post one. You'll get a notification. Like or don't like.
Tell your friends.
If you don't like it, send us a comment and say why you didn't like it. But if you do like it, send us comments and tell us why you do like it. And ask questions and tell your friends and
Yeah.
so
There you go.
there you go. Bye y'all. Have a great one.